Hey! Yo, hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Flashpoint Batman Night of Vengeance number 1. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, Batman Night of Vengeance is the Flashpoint tie-in for this universe's Batman. And in reviewing this, I'm just going to assume that you've already read Flashpoint number 1, and you already know the big spoiler with Batman. If not, be prepared to be spoiled. This universe's Batman, the Flashpoint universe's Batman, is not actually Bruce Wayne. Shocker! It is actually Thomas Wayne. See, apparently that night after the massive Zorro, Thomas rushed Joe Chill. But accidentally, Joe Chill's gun went off and still killed Martha Wayne, and in addition, killed Bruce Wayne. And out of anger and grief, Thomas Wayne decided to become the Batman. Which makes me wonder, do you think a bat flew into his study just like it did for Bruce? That would have been quite a coincidence. Wouldn't it be funny if this universe's Batman wasn't actually a bat, but actually like a butterfly that flew in? Anyways. So yes, Thomas Wayne is the Batman. And he's a much different creature than Bruce. Because see, where Bruce had the Wayne Foundation to help out people, Thomas Wayne has his casinos, and he actually is pretty smart with this because his casinos and his illegal gambling, all that, attracts the criminals and allows him to control the criminals and to take them out when he chooses. It's actually quite a, well, dark and very gray area kind of thing to do, but it's actually quite smart, and it gives a nice new twist on the Batman. Not if Thomas Wayne being Batman isn't already a twist, but him actually using casinos like this is a pretty cool idea. The comic is pretty straightforward. You basically have 3 big points. One is Thomas Wayne talking to Harvey Dent and Commissioner Gordon about Harvey Dent's kids being abducted by this universe's Joker. Batman versus Killer Croc. And then finally, the end, which has the appearance of a certain character. And that's about the whole story itself. I'm not going to go too much into detail because there's really not much to go into detail about. Each scene, each part of it wasn't quite enough for me to really go in and be like, well, this is what happened, this is what happened, and this is what happened. The first scene is him just talking to Harvey and Commissioner Gordon, and also talking to a psychiatrist. The next scene has very little dialogue in him versus Killer Croc, and finally ending off with the appearance of a special character to the Batman universe. On to the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. Well, I do like the art that they chose for this particular series. It has that grittiness to it. I'm saying gritty and not dark. It has that dirty feeling, like Gotham is really a shithole. I also like the fact that Thomas Wayne is Batman. It's not just a dark Bruce Wayne from an alternate universe who has to deal with how the world is a post-apocalyptic mess. It's actually someone completely different. We can still say it's Batman because it is legitimately Batman, but it's Thomas Wayne, and it makes us live vicariously through him. I also like how this universe is set up for Bruce Wayne. I like how he's using the casinos to kind of bring the villains in and to kind of lure them and then to take them out. And also there was some pretty good action scenes in this issue. Although short, still entertaining. Bad. I can't really say there's too much bad to this. There was a little bit of everything there, and it balanced out pretty nice. Like, there's enough laying the groundwork, enough little character development for Thomas, and enough action. And it all balances out, but it doesn't really necessarily excel at anything. So I guess that could be its only bad, as it really doesn't excel at anything at all. On the whole, whether or not you should get it. Well, let me just say, I did enjoy this a lot. It was fun, it was relaxing, and it's something to just get away from the main Flashpoint series. If you are picking a Flashpoint, and you are debating on whether or not to pick any of the spin-off titles, you could do a lot worse than picking up Batman Night of Vengeance. It's enjoyable, and it still has that good old-fashioned Batman feel to it, and just a little bit different. Just a little darker, and with a few twists here and there. I am planning to pick up 2 more spin-off titles. Emperor Aquaman, and Wonder Woman Earth Furies. I don't believe any of them have come out yet because I haven't seen them on stands. Again, I'm just starting to get into issues themselves, so we'll see where that goes. But Batman Night of Vengeance was enjoyable. Oh, by the way, Penguin works for the Batman. How cool is that? So with that said, I definitely recommend picking up Night of Vengeance, but only if you really want to get a spin-off title for the Flashpoint series. If you want to stick to just the main Flashpoint material, then do that. That's perfectly fine. But like I said, this is good. Brian Azzarello is the one that did it. He's actually a pretty good writer in most things that he does, so he has a pretty good voice for the character here. That's how I'm going to end this review here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.